This is the height of the proxy season. We're anticipating attending the virtual Verizon meeting, which is going to occur on May 13th. And I wanted to familiarize you with a few things, and especially I wanted to encourage you to make sure you vote. We came close last year with the golden parachutes proposal. We got 43.5% of the vote, and we want to get over the top this coming year, and that's close. And it's important that you do your share by making sure that anyone you know who has Verizon stock also exercise their option to vote. All right. We are involved in three proposals. Okay, shareholder proposals. Items number 2, 5, and 6. Where item number 6, we're talking about termination payments for executives. For example, like Mr. Vestberg. All right, we support performance pay. And I want to make one thing clear in all of our approach to shareholder involvement. Okay, it's to everyone's best interest who is a shareholder that the company does well. We're interested in the company doing well, and we want to exercise our right as shareholders to make sure they're heading in that direction. Okay, and that's why we participate in this whole program. All right, now the issue of Mr. Vestberg, for example, being terminated without cause within 12 months after change of control, he would receive an estimated $39.4 million. Okay, now the key here is that seven times what his 2020 base salary was plus short-term bonus. Why that is significant? Years ago, we won a shareholder proposal. It was the first time in the history of the Bell system that a shareholder proposal won. And what it did, it limited termination payments, such as the one Mr. Vestberg would get under those circumstances. It limited that to 2.99 times salary plus targeted bonus. That was it. We won it by 59% of the shareholders. We don't object to recognition of good performance. All right. But when you're in a situation, I'm talking about the optics of this thing. All right. Under normal circumstances in a normal year, some of these compensation packages for executives as being outlandish. But this past year has highlighted that. I mean, how do you watch the news where you see lines and lines of people waiting on line for their share of a box of food? And at the same time, you see some of these compensation packages. The optics, as far as the shareholder is concerned, is not good. Okay, and that's some of the things that we should be able to get control of, and we're urging people to vote for item number 6. The other proposal we have is in the name of Tom Steed, who is one of our members of our board of directors. Okay, Tom Steed, and this is the clawback. Current policy cancels certain incentive payments by an executive, okay, who has engaged in financial misconduct. Okay, current policy limits recoveries from such an executive that engages in financial misconduct, okay, to willful misconduct. Okay, willful misconduct. Now, retirees will smile at this because we all remember that the first day on the job, we were given a book, Codes We Work By, a code of conduct. Okay, and we looked at that, and we remember some of our associates or friends who might have been either suspended or even fired for violation. Okay, but at a higher level, this could be even more involved. For example, in 2020, the FCC imposed a $48.3 million fine on Verizon for selling customer location data without consent. And the case is still pending, by the way. In 2015, Verizon paid $90 million to settle an FCC case on what they call cramming, which is unauthorized placement of third-party charges on subscribers' mobile phone bills. Wells Fargo is another case where it costed them $185 million to resolve claims due to fraudulent sales practices. Okay, our argument is that the term willful does not quite cut it. There's no oops factor at that level of compensation. If it impacts stockholders' equity, there's no oops. Okay, where does the buck stop? How do you prove willful misconduct? I didn't really mean it. I'm sorry. That doesn't cut it. This was proposal item number 5, and we're asking people to vote for that proposal. All right. Now, item number 2 is the advisory vote to approve executive compensation. We're asking people to vote against that, and that makes sense in view of our position on item number 6. Okay, so you're voting against item number 2, and you're voting for item number 5 and 6. At least that is our recommendation. And we're doing this, and we feel it's in the interest of all shareholders. I hope you agree. Everybody, please don't forget to vote your shares.